I was raised in a family that was proud to be open-minded, to be very tolerant. I remember that we were taught already as small children to not use discriminatory languages. I also remember that we even spoke about homosexual men. And still, it took me 19 years and the help of a friend that I realized that the love I had for women was not just a passing phase in my life, but that there was something that I had to reconsider. When I was a child, I thought I will get married, I will have kids, I will keep the household for a male husband. So even though I was raised in a tolerant environment, it's still very important to have role models. I think I didn't know lesbians, or I wasn't aware that the women that I knew were lesbians. I have lived my life in my home country as a second-class citizen. We are still considered second-class citizens. There is no marriage equality, for example. My marriage to my wife is not considered a marriage, it's considered a domestic partnership, and equal but different. So my home country did everything to make sure that they had to develop a whole set of new laws just for us, something special, and this is really offensive. So did this shape my look, my perspective on life, on the society? Yes, it did. It's like being a woman. For example, my mom was not able to vote until I was 14. I was lucky that when I was 20, I had equal vote right. So it shapes the way we look at the world, it shapes the way that we experience the world, and probably it also shaped my commitment to human rights. Today I'm really very pleased that the efforts of UN Globe have succeeded in having the Secretary General issue a new Secretary General bulletin endorsing all official marriages, partnerships that are officiated by a governmental authority. And this will have, hopefully, an impact on individual lives of colleagues who come from a country that are private of these equal rights, and so have an impact on the individual lives of my colleagues. And I also hope that it may contribute to change of attitude if the United Nations, as the Organization of Human Rights, considers that marriages between gay and lesbians is equal to any kind of marriage, it might have an impact, hopefully. Become an advocate for human rights. You don't have to be gay or straight, gay or lesbian or transgender or intersex or whoever. You can be a so-called straight, family dad, but a champion for human rights. So use the International Day of Human Rights, 10th of December. Draft a message for your resident coordinator, for your office director, to be sent out to your staff members to just raise awareness that we still have issues around the globe and within the UN. Celebrate Human Rights Day. Celebrate the International Day against homophobia, transphobia and biphobia. Create a group of friends and colleagues of LGBTI colleagues. Do whatever you feel comfortable. And I think if you become an advocate and a champion for human rights, people will come forward and trust you. You can also use the anti-stigma campaign material. This is a stigma-free office. And I'm free of stigma, so everybody can come and talk to me. if with your actions, if with your statements as a UN staff member, you make obvious that you are inclusive, and I think then I might even in a situation where being gay or lesbian is still a death sentence, I might dare to come forward and ask you whether you want to be a closer colleague, or I can maybe come forward and share with you that I have an issue. I was reluctant to participate in this video. Two reasons. First, the reason is, can I really believe the UN system that each and every manager who will make hiring decisions is free of bias, discrimination? So I needed, again, the help of a friend who said, come on, let's try and do it. The second thing that I would like to add is, why is diversity so important? Diversity can be a strength. Diversity has something to do with the way you live your life. Being part of a discriminated group, or of two discriminated groups, a woman and a lesbian, has certainly shaped my life. And it has shaped my perspective on problems, on solutions, on whatever. So being more inclusive when it comes to finding solutions for problems that we encounter is really important. So it's not only to make lives of discriminated people easier, but it's also, I think, for the benefit of the whole world that we are more inclusive when it comes to finding solutions for our problems.